How do you fill your PCP rifle? Well, if you're like me, I began with a stirrup pump when I first got my first PC. That was very, very hard work. That didn't last very long. So I moved swiftly onto a dive cylinder, which has served me very well over the years. However, my local dive shop recently closed down, and my nearest airgun shop is about 20 miles away from where I live here. So yeah, it's a bit of a pain trekking over there to get the tank filled up, and I do a lot of shooting, so I go through a lot of air. So how do we get around that problem? Well, this little gem here has literally solved all my problems. This is the BSA portable PCP compressor. It is very portable as well. It weighs around 9 kilos and it measures about 10 inches by 10 inches by just under 6 inches. Nice and compact. Now I've just been sitting here with a cup of tea going through the manual, and don't panic, it's very, very easy to use. There are in fact only about 3 pages of instructions in here, and a whole page of that is maintenance, aftercare. You've got the list of bits and bobs that are in there, the schematic diagram as well, and what's included in the box. So very easy to digest, didn't take very long at all. So what is in the box? Obviously the unit itself. You've got a tube here of lubricant, and it explains in the manual there how often you use this and where you squirt it. Also in the box, which hopefully you'll never need, is a whole toolkit. You've got a couple of spanners in there, you've got a spare valve, you've got Allen keys, everything you're ever going to need to service this unit yourself. Okay, so let's have a quick look at what you get, shall we? If you look at the front here, we've got a bleed valve, you've got a start button and an off button. And down here, this is where you plug into the mains. Now this switch, this rocker switch here, if you switch it this side, that is for the mains voltage. And if you switch it this side, that is for 12 volts. Now you can connect this unit to a car battery, and if you look here you'll see a set of crocodile clips, but I'll explain how to use that a little bit later. Now this unit is absolutely packed full of safety features, as you would expect from such a high-end unit. Up the top here we've got a safety valve, which will blow out if anything goes wrong. Around the back here also, I'll show you that, there's another blowout valve at the back. Now your whip, which you use to connect to your rifle, there's another blowout valve in here as well. So it's absolutely packed full of safety features. The end of the whip is a female Foster fitting. Comes with a plug to block it off. That's so you can test it, and I'll show you how we're going to test this thing now. Right then, let's give this thing a quick test like they recommend you do when you first get the unit. They recommend you do that in the manual. Very easy to do. Obviously you've got your whip here with the female Foster fitting. Make sure that blocker plug is in there. That's not going to come out. I'm going to point you that direction just in case, but that's fine. Your bleed valve here, that's open now. We need to do that bleed valve up. So it's just finger tight. You don't need to give it a real wrench, anything like that, because you might end up damaging it. But that's open. Quick nip. That's it. That's all we need to do. Okay, so I'll plug this in, and the initial fan will start up, and you'll hear that. There we go. Up the top here, you've got a dial with an auto shut off, which you can set to how many bar or PSI, it's marked on there as well, how many bar you want to fill your rifle. I'm just going to set this at 150 bar purely because we're just doing a test. I'll up it when I get to fill the rifle in a minute. Okay, so what we want to do is switch this rocker switch onto AC because we're connected to power in the home. The main fans now start up. I mean, it is noisy, but it's not that noisy. All I've got to do now is press start. There we go, it's building the pressure now. Up to 100 bar. And 150. Automatic shut off. You don't need to press the off button because it's already turned itself off. What you do need to do is release the bleed valve. There we go, and I'll do it back up again. Perfect. Switch that off, and then if I unplug this, it will go quiet again. And there we go, so we know that is working, which is great. So let's fill one of the rifles up, shall we? So this is the Ultra CLX, which I've been out shooting a lot with recently. Fantastic little rifle. As you can see from the front here, the pressure is down to about 95 bar, something like that. I've been shooting it quite a lot. What you need to do is take the block plug out from the female Foster fitting. Now, BSA supply the field probe with the CLX, which is a male Foster fitting. So all we've got to do is put that in there. That's secure, that's not going anywhere. What we'll do is plug that into the rifle, so we're all set up there. And I'm going to set this dial now to around 200 bar, just under. I don't want to go too much. Plug it in, and exactly the same as before. Make sure that bleed valve's done up. There we go, and we'll switch it on. Okay, let's press start, and off we go. Now, I'm just watching this now. It's catching up with itself. Now we're starting to fill the cylinder here. Now, when you're filling your rifle up at home, I don't suggest you do what I'm doing here. This is purely for demonstration purposes, and I've used this quite a lot. Don't stick your head all over the place and look at it. If that pops out, hits you in the face, that's no good. Likewise, if one of these valves blows out, you don't want to be near that when that happens. Set it all up, turn it off, step back a bit. It'll switch itself off when it's done, which it is very nearly done now. There we go, we're all done. Okay, automatic switch off, lead it, turn the unit off. We'll leave that little fan going just to cool it down if it needs it. There's no air left in there. It's as simple as that. One rifle filled. Now that didn't take too long at all, on record, what? 90 seconds or so. Yeah, very, very, very easy to use. Well, as I mentioned earlier in the video, the BSA portable PCP compressor can also be used with a 12-volt battery, which means you can hook it up to your car. It's very, very simple to do. It's exactly the same steps as you would do when you're using mains power in the house. Obviously, make sure the bleed valve's done up. Make sure this rocker switch is set to the middle, which is off. And then all you've got to do is connect the crocodile clips to your car battery. Like that. Now, I've got my trusty R10 here. Needs a bit of air in it. What have we got in there? We've got about 150 in there. But I want to top it up to about 230 or 220, say. So I've set this to around 220. Now, the great thing about this female Foster fitting is that you can buy add-ons from Best Fittings which are a male Foster fitting that connect to pretty much every screw-threaded fill probe that's out there. So that's what I do to all my fill probes. I put one of these fittings on, and that's just going to go in there nice and tight. That's not going anywhere. I'll connect this to the rifle as we go, like that. Okay, so down here, now you want to switch this onto DC 12 volts. Fan started. All I've got to do is press start. Now obviously this is going to take slightly longer. I've just got a piece of wood here on my engine block, but this lead is more than long enough to actually put this unit on the floor. I'm just doing this because it's easier to film this way, but yeah, there's still another coil and a half on there, and I've got all this spare as well. That'll quite easily go on the ground. How are we doing? We're getting there. Yeah, that's filling up nicely. So let's just say that you've been down the range, had a couple of hours shooting down your local club, and you're really enjoying yourself and you've run out of air. You've got no dive bottle with you, but if you've got this in the boot of the car, you can have another couple of hours shooting. Or if you've gone out doing some pest control on a dairy farm where there's a load of rats, and it's much better than you anticipated, and you've run out of air within an hour, back to the car, couple of minutes, and you're absolutely full again. Yeah, we're coming up now to just around 200. Shouldn't be too much longer. And it's exactly the same principle as when this automatically shuts off, which it's going to do any second. It's absolutely perfect. Same principle. Lead the air out. Turn the unit off. Pull out your probe. It's as easy as that.